Yo guys, just on for a quick one, just to kind of dive into the chart, see what's going on. What I've done is I've just dropped on this more kind of macro looking fib, which takes us from the wick down at 49 all the way up to that last high there, wherever that was, 108k. So these are our support areas. What I've done is I've kind of put this green line here, and it's like my worst case scenario. And basically, if we start getting like dailies below here, there's a strong probability the market is done for a long time, and possibly cycle is done. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not suggesting that's going to happen, but this is it. It's breaking this long-term resistance, which we broke out. A retest that might be okay on a wick basis. I would be everyone would shit the bed if that happened, but then maybe that gives us continuation. I mean, more likely, at worst case, we get that CME gap fill, which is going to be around about the 0.5 here. But, obviously stepping stones, I'm not expecting it to go down on a winner. We'll see if it even does come down. I said to you on the chat, you've got these setups on the daily and the 2-day, which are pretty strong downside setups now. They've emerging, this expansion of volatility, stochastic down, bearish divergence, 2 days getting it as well. If it eventually loads, phantom drive of bearish div, expansion of volatility, stochastic down. So like I said on the chat, I've swiped some profit even from my spot positions, just so I've got a bag of USDT in case this happens. I don't mind if it all continues up, then great, I'll lay it back in again. I'm not really bothered, but better to be kind of erring on the side of caution, because if this does play out as a long-term correction, you could be 3-4 months of fucking down and sideways and there's nothing going to happen at all, so at least if it does come down, I've got a bunch of cash now I can buy the dip with. And we can look to obviously trade the short side if we get solid confirmation that we're going into a more prolonged kind of down period. We'll watch for the first relief rally. There's always one. It'll come eventually, and we'll see where that gets. And we can, if it's looking like things are going to continue out, that's where we kind of start entering shorts. Aping short here is not a great idea. You need to tape short at 180k, not here. So we've got a wee bit of a bounce here. We've got a wee bounce on the kind of minor fibs from the most recent kind of liquidation events, which I'm going to take from here, not this one. And you can see that we get a testing at 97.2 there, and I took a wee long there, closed it off immediately. Actually, it took just scalp the profits out of it, but because I'm not convinced we're done here. But you never know. I've got a few other longs running, really small positions, miles away from liquidation. I'll just leave them to see if we get a relief rally off of this area here, which you can see a bounce is coming, but it's looking pretty weak. I feel like things are going to continue down for a wee bit. We'll see. I mean, my invalidation for this whole idea would certainly be even like a 4-hour back above this 102 region here. That might be enough, just above this last shoulder, and then you're above here, and then this was just a dip, higher, low, and off we go kind of thing. We'll not know that until it happens, but there is a kind of rising kind of trend line even from the wicks. So anyway, I'm not necessarily thinking that's the case. My idea is based on the 2-day setup that we'll go a bit lower. And that's the invalidation. It's a 4-hour back above 102.837. USDT dominance. This is probably where we need to be paying attention. Where the fuck it is here, because we've got this wee descent, this wee channel. You can see we're breaking out of this channel. The last couple of highs. Now we're breaking out. We've got a good wick up above it there, and into the old trend line, this macro trend line which governed highs all the way back in history. If we get back above there, then fine that we're going to go deeper here. And it's perhaps just what we need to extend the cycle. There was a lot of chat of it finishing early, like in the springtime. Maybe if we get this number of months of sideways and down now, that extends the cycle and we get a deeper run in all the way into the end of 2025 with a blow off top later on. So anyway, just keep an eye on the old USDT dominance. Watch for where Bitcoin's going on a relief rally. That would be my suggestion. We're getting this wee bounce here. If it can, if we can get its ass back above this hip here, 102.837, then who knows what's happening. Maybe we continue on, but that is not my bias at the moment. Okie doke.